Hello everyone, Scott with Heritage Farms. Well, it's Friday afternoon and we've made it to the farm. And I tell you what, last night was a blessing. We got an inch, and earlier this week we got a few showers, so we got an inch and a half total this week. So all in all, I am pretty happy. So we're at telephone 2. Last weekend we weaned the calves off here, so I'm glad to see that all the moms have settled in. They're kind of over their babies being gone. Look there, man, we got some of those white ingrats, or not exactly sure what you call them, but all in all, everybody looks pretty good. A little worried why this one cow is laying down. I never liked that. She is a heifer that was bred. Boy, she looks good. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby girl. That's some of that seed stock that's coming out of 7P Ranch back in East Texas near Tyler. That's another one right there. So this one is registered. That's a registered one. That's a registered Sim-Angus right there, but they're looking pretty good. I guess the birds around here chasing flies or grasshoppers, not really sure. But you know, we brush hogged this last week, and I tell you what, check it out, guys. It actually cleaned up pretty well, and a little rain on it, a little cooler temps, and we're starting to get a little growth. So that's why you do that. But all right, I've seen worse weekends here. Still got to do some finish shredding over there, but more to follow. Good morning, guys. Look at this. Going to be a beautiful sunrise in North Texas. Well, it's about 6:30. We got the New Holland 5060. We're sitting underneath the feed bin, putting a little feed in the hopper, and we are about to try and get the ladies up as soon as there is enough daylight. We're weaning calves today. The ones that are not going to make the cut are heading off to the sale barn, so I'm just not going to feed them all winter. And but I tell you what, as far as a set of heifers and bulls, boy, we've got some good stuff. Looking forward to sharing that with you. Good morning, guys. Hey, Saturday morning. Hold on one second, get away from the tractor. So it's, Sunday morning. Oh man, time is flying. So anyway, out feeding the herd at telephone 1. This is the registered Sim-Angus herd. And over the last couple of years, we've had to downsize this thing dramatically just because of the Texas heat and the droughts and 2 incredible years like today, for example, September 24th. And we're gonna set an all-time record today of 101 degrees in Dallas, Texas. 101 on September 24th. This year's still kicking, man. It just won't give up. So yesterday we weaned the the registered Sim-Angus. Got a good set of white-faced bulls, white-faced heifers. That will be for sale sometime later this year or early next year. So anyway, if you guys are interested in a heifer or a bull, hey, reach out, Cabinese. You can see what the cattle look like. New Holland 50/60s working pretty good this morning. So what's on deck? I think I'll show you guys a little bit about the fuel storage system that we're almost finished with. And then from there, I did pick up something for the pecan orchard we need to assemble. Oh, and then we'll see what happens and where the day takes us. So this is the 40 acres that we have up here at Telephone 2. And you can see where a couple of weekends back we did some shredding, ran out of time. But one of the things I do, if you notice I got the front end loader on here with some dirt, is one of the things we always try to do is identify low spots on the place. And anytime you bring a tractor up here to feed, I mean, you have a cost associated with getting the tractor over here. So you might as well do something productive. So it takes very little time to actually scoop up a couple of buckets of dirt. And if you got some really low spots some places, you know, just try to fill in those low spots. So this is what we're gonna do today. I got this little area here that traps water. So I'm just gonna come through here, and over the next several weeks, I'll dump a load, level it out, dump a load, level it out. You know, it would take you the better part of the day to do this if you were doing it all at one time. Well, I just don't have that luxury. So you can see right here, kind of a low spot. So I'm just gonna come in here, we'll start doing the deed, if you will. This thing in reverse, back up, and just dump some dirt in that low spot. As the rains come, the cows walk on it, it'll get all trampled down and everything else. So, all right, and you can tell I've already fed them this morning, but the little piggies, they just follow this thing around like it's the Pied Piper. All right, so anyway, that's the process of filling in some low spots around the ranch. Okay, it's an exciting time at Heritage Farms. This is part of that infrastructure that just takes forever to get on your farm. You know, you're constantly putting things in place, barns, sheds, fences, culverts, you name it, corrals, working pens, overhead feed bins, concrete pads for the overhead feed bin. There's just so many things that you need to operate a farm or ranch. And one is your own fuel. And this is an off-road diesel tank. If you watch some of the previous deals, I bartered for this tank. It was an older tank. It's got a few dents in it, but you know what? It's my tank, and it's gonna work. So new ones cost you around 2,500 bucks. And you know, I've got, I don't know, maybe 700 bucks in this one, 600. Probably by the time you look at all of the vinegar you bought to put inside the tank to clean the inside out, primer, paint. You know, I bought a couple of cross ties for the base. Then of course, you know, your big ticket items are your handles, your hoses. I put 2 filters, which is probably overkill. Wasn't sure if you should have the water filter in front of the particle filter. My thought is get all the trash and debris out of the tank first, catch it here where you can drain it out, then go into your fine particle or sediment filter. We put a Vavor gravity-fed gauge on it, which is really nice. You can come in here, and of course you can reset it after every time you fill it. But then what's nice is it has a permanent gauge right here that you cannot reset. So for example, I can take a photo of it and then know every week or every month how many gallons I'm actually using, and therefore can deduct what's in the tank. So now all I have to do is call the local company, McCraw. have them come out and fill it up. We put a new vented cap on that end, the fill cap, so it's got a new fill cap. We came in here, of course, we added some cross supports to the base because it had some damage previously. We bolted it to the cross ties, which really gave it a lot of stability. It is very, very, very solid, all things considered, and I'm hoping this should work really well. So it's in a position that I can come here and fill up. Easy access to the tractor. I can pull right up here to the front. Easy access when they come to refill it. They shouldn't have any problems. So it's been a while getting to this point, so I am so happy to have this project completed. Not only that, but the price of diesel right now is like $4.20 a gallon here in Texas. And, you know, I'm not sure what it's going to be by the time you back out the taxes and you buy it wholesale, but I'm guessing it's going to be a lot less, probably in the $3.60 range. So any investments I've made here, I'm hoping to recoup in the cost of diesel, but more importantly, just the convenience factor of not having to jack with those 5-gallon containers. Every single weekend I was dragging anywhere from 2 to 4 of them around. Glad that's over. The other thing going on over here is we weaned the registered herd this weekend. So you can see all the mamas are upset. All the calves are actually up here eating. But while we do this the way that we are, this is a little bit less stressful on the calves and the cows because it's cross fence weaning. In other words, the cows are on one side of the fence, the calves are on the other. They can still socialize, they can still see their mamas, the mamas can see the babies. And then over time, we'll move the cows a little bit further down in probably a week. And then another week from now, we'll move them to the back pasture. The calves will stay up here and pretty much life goes on as they're separated. All right, guys, that pretty much brings us to a wrap, but major milestone to get us to this point. I'm excited about it. We may throw an HF logo on there somewhere just to continue our branding. But a lot of work went into getting that, and that's a 300-gallon tank, actually. So I'll probably never put 300 gallons in it. Probably run 200 at a time, but I'm excited. Progress here on the farm.